What is up, Aquarius? How are you guys doing? It's bonus time. It's time for your May 2025 bonus reading. So when I do bonus readings, what it is that I am looking for is details, situations, or scenarios that were missed, skipped over, left out, or just for whatever reason did not make it into the main monthly reading, the first round of monthly readings. So, for those of you in need of a personal reading, you can find all the information you need as far as how to go about doing that right down here in the description of the video. And for those of you catching this on time, one more day, y'all. One more day. And my course on the steps to true healing is going bye-bye. One more day. There'll be a little bit of a grace period. I'm probably not going to turn it off midnight on May 1st, but there'll be that overnight grace period. But we live in Las Vegas, so we're on Pacific time. So when we wake up in the morning, I wake up around 5:30 or 6, but Leah, the lovely manager of the business, wakes up around 8 or 9, and the first thing she's going to go do is turn it off. Monday morning, May 1st. I think it's an important course. That's why I made it so damn cheap. I'm pretty sure it's the cheapest course I have. Don't hold me to that 100%. I'm about 90% sure that's the cheapest damn course I have because it's fucking important. Okay? So the link is in the description. One more day, y'all. All right, let's jump into this. Starting this off with general messages. General, career, finance, friends, family, anything but romance. What general messages do we have for the Aquarius collective universe? What are the general messages for Aquarius? General messages. Boom. Judgment reversed. Unfinished business with somebody you fell out with. Hang on. One more shuffle. Last one. Oh yeah, that's definitely somebody you fell out with. 100%. Okay, let's see. All right. So, remember this is not romance. Okay, so when the general reading involves a person, the first thing I'm looking for is it friend or family? At the end of the day, it's whoever comes to mind when I say this, no matter what comes through. But I don't have any family energy in this spread right here. Like 10 of Cups, Lover's card. Those types of energies in a general reading indicate a really, really strong emotional bond, like family. I don't have any of that here. So I think for a lot of you, it's a friend that you fell out with. I think this person's a lot more bothered by this than you know. They still feel a really strong sense of unfinished business. They want to talk to you, but I think they're a little bit intimidated, a little bit nervous. It looks like you're happy, you're solid, you don't need them, you don't give a fuck about them. They think about you all the time, though. Oh, they be thinking about you all the goddamn time. But it doesn't look like you or they are taking any action to extinguish the flames in the tower, so it continues to burn to the ground. I don't know what the point of this message was. The only thing I can think, I don't know why this matters, but they are a lot more bothered by this than you know. The signs I have on the table: Pisces, Leo, Cancer, Could be anybody. Those are just energies. But maybe if you are wondering if they care, maybe y'all are mirroring each other. Is that what it is? Maybe you are looking at them and it doesn't seem like they give a shit. They're looking at you and it seems like you don't give a shit. I don't know if you do or not, but they do. They're a lot more bothered by this than they're letting on. A whole lot more. And you're doing what you do best. Looking like you don't give a fuck. That's what you do best. And I think they believe it. They believe that you have no fucks left to give. But I'm not seeing any action being taken here. I am not. All right, well, let's get some general advice. General advice about anything. This situation, anything. What's the general advice for Aquarius universe? Ooh, Queen of Swords reversed. Are you still a little bit pissed off at this person? It's okay. It's all good. I ain't judging you. Ooh, Five of Swords. Okay. I think I know where this is going. Yeah, okay. I think I know where this is going. Okay. So, I talk a lot about healing. That's why I got that fucking course available. Transmuting energy, cutting soul contracts, releasing energy, anything you can to fucking break off the karmic wheel and ascend and rise up out of these low frequencies that we get trapped in this life. In regards to that, many times you will hear me advise that you shoot somebody a closure message, right? However, there's exceptions to that. That's not always a good idea. Not always. You got to be real picky and choosy who you reach out to get closure. On the last 6 years of my journey, for the last 6 years, I've reached out to 6 different people to get closure. 6 different people. 6 people in 6 years. One of them was from my fucking childhood. And this person was probably looking at me like I'm fucking weird, But there's a couple of people that I will never reach out to, ever. Because I don't trust them. Don't trust them. Don't trust them at all. Sneaky, manipulative, narcissistic pieces of shit. Pick and choose who you reach out to and who you don't. If you're confident that reaching out to somebody wouldn't be a good idea, you're just going to have to spend a little bit more time releasing that and healing it and transmuting it. It might take longer, It might take a little bit longer. The closure message is just for the course that I have in my school down here, the Steps to True Healing. That method works 90% of the time. The other 10% of the time, you're going to end up finding something where you untie all the energetic hooks except for one. There's one energetic hook that you'll find just lodged in there, right? And there's just this one little energetic hook tying you to this person and you can't fucking dig it out. And then that's what the closure message is for. But every now and then, you're better off leaving that energetic hook in you than contacting that person. You're much better off, because you're just going to end up with all them energetic hooks right back in you again, and you're going to lose all that fucking progress. So I have a feeling that some of you might be dealing with a person that it's not very wise for you to reach out to. Not very wise at all, because you know they're going to try to slither their fucking way back in. Or something, try to sabotage you, something. Don't be afraid to take extra time releasing and transmuting energy if it's not a good idea for you to contact somebody. Okay? You're better off spending the next 10 fucking years trying to dig that energetic hook out of you than taking the chance of slipping back into that trap again and creating a bunch of fucking karma all over again and losing all that progress. Okay? So just because it takes a little bit more time to release something doesn't mean that you ain't doing it right. Okay? I don't know who needed to hear that, but yeah, I know somebody did. All right, let's shift gears now. Let's move on to the love portion. Now I want to see what's going on with Aquarius and the new person. New person Aquarius recently connected with. How's it looking in May? How's it looking in May, universe? Between Aquarius and the new person. How's it looking in May? Ten of Cups reverse, though, straight out the gate. Well, for some reason, y'all haven't quite made it to happily ever after status just yet. Not quite. Ace of Cups, though. Five of Wands reversed. Empress. See, what's up with this? What is up with this shit? Look at all this up and down and back and forth here. Ace of Cups upright. Ten of Cups reversed. Seven of Wands upright. Five of Wands reversed. Nine of Swords upright. Temperance reversed. Page of Swords upright. Knight of Pentacles reversed. So that kind of indicates to me mixed signals and mixed feelings. Really heavy feelings too. I think lots of feelings are getting caught here. You catching some feels. And maybe this person's just acting a little bit wishy-washy, a little bit shady. You can't tell if they're acting shady or if you're just tripping. You're trying to look inside, but you can't tell what's going on because you're freaking out. Maybe this person's trying to jump into this too quick. Is that what it is? Trying to jump in real quick, but they're not really opening up. They still have their guard up. They're still guarding their heart. It's like you want to jump in real quick and hit the ground running, but you ain't even fucking connecting with me at a deep level. Then you back off and you act all funny and communicating weird, and for some reason I'm second guessing what you're saying and doing, and is it me? Am I picking up on something that's off about you? Or am I just fucking tripping? Am I just paranoid? Am I insecure? Do I have some fucking trauma I haven't fucking taken care of yet? What's going on here, Damn. Some of you dealing with a Sagittarius. I also have Virgo, Aries, Taurus. Could be anybody. Those are just energies. All right. Well, now's the moment of truth. Let's see how they feel about you. What their truest, deepest feelings, energies, and intentions are. New person Aquarius is dealing with. What are their truest, deepest feelings, energies, and intentions? Knight of Cups reversed. That's a weird-ass fucking card to jump out first thing. Really weird card. Ooh, 8 of Cups, Page of Swords, 7 of Cups. Ah. Oh, I see what it is. Oh, yeah, they got that. Guard up. Okay, you know what it is? Now, let me try to preface this. I get where they're coming from, but I don't think they're approaching this properly. They could handle this better. This person has a 0 tolerance for toxicity and bullshit. 0 tolerance. Okay. Hey, good. You should. However, they ain't even gonna fucking let you in. They're not even gonna let their guard down and let you in. No. You can't do it like that. Nah, it ain't gonna work. That ain't gonna work. We gotta connect. We gotta fucking connect. But this person is so fed up with toxicity, games, childish foolishness, drama, lies, manipulation, that what always comes to my mind when I see this energy right here is I dare you. That's what always is ringing in my head so loud. I dare you. I dare you to start a fight with me because the toilet paper roll is on backwards. I dare you to accuse me of some shit I didn't fucking do just because you have unhealed trauma that you haven't dealt with yet. I fucking dare you to get nasty and shitty with me just because you're mad at your mom. I dare you. I dare you. Pew! I'm gone. I'm gone. Deuces. Later tater. Ain't putting up with that shit, yo. And again, good. You should be like that. But you can't keep your guard up while you're like that. That ain't gonna work. That ain't gonna work. That ain't gonna work. So they're not handling this properly. I applaud that mentality. I'm all for that. But you gotta let your guard down and connect. You gotta. So, could be a Pisces for some of you. Also have Capricorn. Their intentions are good. Their approach is bad. Okay, well, how much time we got? Let's see. You see the outcome. How's this going to play out for the next 2 months? How's this playing out for the next 2 months? From May to July. How's this playing out for the next 2 months from May to July, universe? Boom, 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 boom. It's King of Cups reversed. They ain't opening up, dude. Page of Coins, King of Wands, Devil reversed again, Empress reversed, but this, y'all ain't separating. So I don't even know how to put words to this. I don't know how to word that. Where the connection is getting really, really, really strong and intense, but you're not connecting at the deepest level. Does that make any sense? I know that may sound kind of weird and contradictory. The connection is feeling so intense, but there's still a disconnect. And that can make for some unpleasant feelings. Tension building like a motherfucker. I don't think you're separating, though. It's getting to the point where this is too intense for either of you to walk away from, you know? So, okay. But this still isn't getting to a place of stability either. At the same time, you know? Okay, well, let's get the advice. I don't even want to put my 2 cents in on that yet. No, because that could go in 2 totally different directions. Let me just see what comes through first. I could tell you my personal opinion, but I don't want to do that yet. What's the advice for Aquarius with the new person? Queen of Cups. All right, check this out. Sometimes, well, a lot of the time, being the one who is awake puts some responsibility on your shoulders. When you are awake and aware to how energy behaves, to your spirituality, how your vibration affects the world around you, a lot of people think that's going to make life easier. And that's kind of like a little kid who thinks they want to grow up. You ever seen that? You ever seen like a little 5-year-old kid so mad that he can't eat cookies before dinner and has to go to bed at 8 o'clock? He says he can't wait to grow up. I can't wait to grow up so I can eat cookies whenever I want and stay up as late as I want. Now you try to tell that little kid, hey, there's a lot more to it than that. A lot more to it. And the little kid just can't comprehend that. Well, a lot of people want to awaken spiritually for similar reasons. I can't wait until I learn the laws of energy and tap into my spirituality and start being able to play with energy, because then I'll be able to manifest money and I'll be able to manifest my life partner and my life will be better. And it's like, there's a lot more to it than that. You know, similar to the little kid, can you get your cookies and stay up late? Yes, you can solve that problem. Yes, you can manifest money and your life partner. Yes, you can solve that problem, but there's a lot more fucking responsibility that comes than that. So sometimes, most of the time, you have to take energy into your own hands. That means you have to be the change that you want to see. I know it's not fair. I know it's annoying. But sometimes if you want things to happen a certain way, you have to match that vibration first. You want somebody to open up and be more communicative, you open up and be more communicative. But that's not fair, I know. Don't matter. The primary law is the law of vibration. The secondary law is the law of attraction. Energy, frequency, and vibration, when it all comes down to it, at the end of the day, in this matrix that we live in, it don't give a fuck what's fair and unfair. It don't give a fuck if you're a good person or a bad person. Energy, frequency, and vibration manifests the way it manifests. Like this right here. See that flame? You think that flame cares if you're a good person or a bad person? No. If you touch it, it's going to burn the shit out your ass. Don't matter who you are, or what you did, or if it's right or wrong, or if you deserve it or not. You touch that shit, it's going to burn you. Because that's the frequency that fire vibrates at. So, I would recommend... Now, let me back up a second. Let me ask you this. Is it worth it for you to open up first? That's an open-ended question. I'm not saying that it should be or it shouldn't be. Ask yourself this. Do I see enough potential here to take the chance to step way the fuck outside of my comfort zone and open up and be vulnerable first? But what if I waste my time? You might. What if they use my feelings against me? They might. What if I end up looking stupid? You might. Is it worth it? Open-ended question. I know sometimes when I say things like this, I say them rhetorically, you know, and sometimes I'm being a smartass when I say stuff like that. I'm not being rhetorical. That is an open-ended question. So take that information and do with it what you will. All right. Let's see what's coming in next for the singles. What is coming in next for the singles? What is coming in next for the single aquas? Boom. Woo, strength card. Hang on. Some of y'all got a Leo headed your way. Ah, man, we got that 7 of Cups, though. Hang on. Excuse me. Okay. Well, okay, this is kind of weird. All right, this is kind of weird. So, actually, I'm honestly seeing you entertaining more than one potential love interest. And it kind of seems like there's one person who wants to make their way into your life, but it almost kind of feels like they're a little bit more into you than you are them. Or for whatever reason, you're just really holding back, like you're not that interested or something. Kind of feels like the next person that's going to try to kind of make their way in. I don't know. Honestly, this feels like they annoy you a little bit. Feels like they kind of get on your nerves. Queen of Swords, Queen of Cups reversed. And you're holding back. Not really feeling it. I kind of feel like there's one main person you do have your eye on. And it doesn't really seem like a whole lot's happening with that. Not really. Feels like somebody's trying to come in that you're like, I'm not into you. I'm into this person. Well, let me see what their feelings and intentions are. Not that it matters, but we got to read it. Because if you ain't into them, then what difference does it make? But we'll see. What's this person's truest, deepest feelings, energies, and intentions for Aquarius? Well, I think they're afraid of being alone. Might be a little bit codependent. Is that what it is? They're coming across a little bit desperate? Well, no, I mean, I honestly think this person does have good intentions. A little bit lonely, a little bit needy, a little bit desperate, yeah. But I'm not seeing anything indicating manipulation, playing games, blowing smoke up your ass, breadcrumbing you, stringing you along. I ain't seeing none of that. I'm not seeing none of that. Just a little bit lonely, empty, and desperate. See, and the bad thing about that, though, is that when you got somebody that's just lonely and empty, they'll just get with any fucking body, you know? I just need to be in a relationship. I just need to be with someone. You know that I could use somebody. Somebody? What do you mean somebody? Somebody, anybody. Just a faceless, nameless somebody needs to come be with me as soon as possible to distract me from my own mind. So you ain't trying to connect with me because you feel a connection with me. You just want me to distract you from your own thoughts. You want me to distract you from your insecurities. You want me to make you feel better about yourself. I don't know about all that. I don't know about all that. That doesn't sound fun. You know? I want to connect with somebody because there's a fucking connection. I want there to be potential that we can both see I want to be able to take my goals, dreams, and aspirations, your goals, dreams, and aspirations. We come together as a fucking team and build a fucking empire together. That's what I want to do. I'm not here to just fucking make your loneliness go away. I'm not here to make you happy. You know what I'm saying? You ain't happy? If you ain't happy with yourself, you damn sure ain't gonna be happy with me. So it's kind of what this feels like, dude. And I think you're picking up on that too. You may not know that's what you're picking up on. Some of you may. But that's what I think it is. Real talk. Real talk. I. Let's just get the advice on this. I have a real strong feeling the majority of you are just going to shoot this person down anyways. But let me get the advice. What's the advice? Four Pentacles reversed. Yeah, see, Ace of Cups reversed. No, look. You will never, ever, ever lay a solid foundation. Solid. If anybody, I don't care who it is. I don't care if it's you, them, or both of you. If somebody's getting into a relationship just because they don't want to fucking be alone, you are never going to lay a solid foundation like that. Not solid. You can build a house of cards with that, you know, but it ain't going to be solid. It ain't going to be solid. So, trying to find some advice to meet you in the middle here somewhere. Let me just say this, and I don't think the majority of you even need this advice, but just in case there's a couple of you, don't let anybody manipulate you. Don't get into a relationship out of sympathy. Don't do that. Don't get with somebody because you feel sorry for them. That will never fucking go anywhere. Ever. Have you ever done that? I've done that a couple of times. Get with somebody just because you feel bad for them. They really like you. You ain't really digging them. They're kind of, but you're like, well, God damn it, I feel bad for you. Don't do that. 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 If it don't feel right, then don't do it. If you ain't into them, don't do it. Pay attention to the feeling, okay? So, yeah. All right, y'all. Take that information and do with it what you will, all right? I feel like those were the messages that my Aquarius family needed to hear, so I'm going to go ahead and end this video here. Thanks again for tuning in and playing along. Don't forget, information for personal readings is right down there in the description. And for those of you who missed the beginning of the video, one more day, y'all. One more day, and my course on the steps to true healing is going bye-bye. I think it's a really important course. That's why I made it so cheap. I'm not sure when I'm going to get to break this back out again. There will be a little grace period overnight on the 1st of May. So we're not going to wait up until 12 midnight, May 1st, and turn it off. So there'll be a little grace period overnight. But somewhere between 8 a.m. and 10 a.m. Pacific time, May 1st, that course is going bye-bye. So the link is in the description. And yeah, that's it. All right, y'all. I'm out of here. I'll see you sometime between now and the rest of all eternity.